Cybersecurity has become kind of like an expectation in our modern world. Every day we interact with all kinds of network systems. We expect them to be secure, right? Because we entrust them with personal and sensitive information.
Cybersecurity professionals, they're either preventing attacks, they're responding to attacks. And by attacks, I mean people trying to breach information, steal information, hold your information ransom.
As you know, that IT is more and more important in our world, so cybersecurity is more and more important nowadays.
We have sort of two phases we work in. The first one is assessment, where we actually test the systems, and the second phase is reporting, where we build a report for the client to understand what their weaknesses are and what they can do about them.
A typical day in cybersecurity, it can range from either it's you're doing a preventative day. That could be a pretty low pressure day, but then it can vary all the way up to a crisis situation. Something happened, you need to respond, you need to be creative.
A typical job is 2 weeks, so you are typically hired to hack a system. It can be a web application, it can be an internal network, it can be a lot of different technical perimeter, and the goal is for you to take over the perimeter. You are here to explain them how you did and how they are supposed to fix it.
It's about gathering evidence of exploitable vulnerabilities, and we do that by actually exploiting them and showing how we did that to the client. Originally, I did a college degree in programming and software development. From there, to jump into the cybersecurity world, I basically self-studied and did some certifications on my own.
In New Brunswick, we actually have a lot of top-tier programs. At Cyber NB, we hear from employers a lot from all over the country, if not even abroad, that'll say, we know that you guys offer really good cybersecurity programs in your colleges and your universities.
I was always fascinated with cybersecurity, and I tried my hand at it a little bit as a hobby, but I liked programming as well a lot.
There's a lot of things you can do at your own pace too. There's resources online, there's free trainings, so definitely recommended to get yourself a good baseline of education, something that's certified, but there's a lot you can do on your own too in terms of education and training.
There's a lot of opportunity in New Brunswick, and if that's something that's an interest to you, I think you should pursue it, and you should spend time learning all you can. And I think you'll find opportunities in New Brunswick to work in this field.
It's very rare for someone to have a skill set in cybersecurity and then not find a job in their field.
You have to be really curious, because you will have to figure out a lot of the things by yourself. You need to be comfortable with researching and learning on the fly, and you need to like that. So you need to have a deep curiosity about cybersecurity.
You also need to have soft skills to be able to explain to a client in let's say, a common language. So it's a lot of communication skills that we have to be able to speak with clients.
I think a lot of people think cybersecurity and they think dry and techie. So they think of someone who might be very introverted, but it's actually quite the opposite in cybersecurity. I think a good personality fit is somebody who likes a challenge and likes to be dynamic and likes to be creative and likes to be kind of on their toes, and they like to be independent and autonomous, but also work as part of a team.
Helping the client and helping them gain an understanding of something maybe they didn't know. They gain the ability to fix the problem and have a better security for their customers.
In my role, I'm a program manager for an internship program. I was fortunate enough to be able to place over 50 candidates last year into paid internship positions. And I would say the biggest satisfaction I've derived from that is seeing how many of those interns were kept permanently full-time after the internship ended.
You are getting a lot of satisfaction about that is when you see your client mature about cybersecurity. So you are doing a first assessment for a client, let's say year one, and you come 1 year later and it's improved, and you are doing another test, and you see evolution for the cybersecurity side of skills of your client.
One of the reasons why I would encourage anybody to work in that sector specifically is that you're going to be part of something that's going to be vastly needed for a long time. I think New Brunswick is one of the best provinces to live in, probably in the world, but definitely in Canada. The
fact that in New Brunswick you can have a really good personal life with the rhythm of New Brunswick, it's like good personal balance and a good job too.
I think someone, whether that you've studied in cybersecurity directly, or whether you've worked in networking or software development or other IT fields, I think if you have a passion for the subject, there's an opportunity for you to make the jump.
You know, you're never more than 20 minutes away from a beach or a trail or a waterfall. The pace of life is really nice too. You get, into an industry that compensates pretty well, and then you live in a province that has a really good work-life balance and cost of living. So those two things together, I think, are pretty golden.